Can you speak a little bit to the editing of the film?
Yes, I work with an editor called Joe Walker, who's just great. I love Joe because it's, and also I love editing. I love sound a little bit more, but editing I love second. In a way, because you're away from the crew, temperamental actors, actresses. You get coffee, and it's kind of strange. I'll tell you one story about the editing beginning, for example, the ritual, Michael's ritual, Brandy's ritual. So I knew what I wanted. We shot it in this way, and the scene in this way. Of course, when I put it together, it wasn't really working. It wasn't gluing. It was just images. Of course, then you put the music on, and I fell asleep. And flying around, and then I was talking to Joe about music, and he put this track on, and I woke up in a half asleep. But you just keep on doing that, and I fell back asleep again. And he put it on. I thought, this is it. This is great. So it was a temp track. We're just playing around with music. But it's just a case of I'm going on about now. But what's interesting about this is a case of Joe is just one of those people he's a musician as well, which is great. So rhythm, editing, music. So he has a sort of innate sort of quality, which I very much like. So Joe Walker's fantastic.
Let's go back up to the balcony. Yes, right there. Yes.
Do you do storyboard before you film? Storyboard.
The storyboard, yes.
Never. The idea of it, just no. You have to find it. You have to find it. You have to find it.
And we'll come over here. Yes, on the end. If you could repeat the question.
Yes, I think I've addressed it, and I'll pass on to Michael. Well, for me, the first time I heard the whole idea of sexual addiction, I laughed, as you do, And, it reminds me of the good drunk. Oh, he's great, when he's drunk, he's just so funny. Oh my God. But then, when that guy, the only way the guy gets through a day is through a bottle, then it ceases to become funny. Similar thing with sexual addiction. It ceases to become funny when this person needs sex every moment of the day to get through the day. And then there was this wonderful quote I found, which I will muck up, I know, but the whole idea that sexual addiction has as much to do with alcohol addiction has as much to do with, sorry, it's a beautiful sentence, but I'll muck it up because I'm a bit nervous. But it was to do with thirst and alcohol. And to be like, oh God, I'm messing my words out, I'm nervous, right? But the whole idea of alcohol addiction and thirst has nothing to do with each other. Just sex has nothing to do with sexual activity. So that was sort of interesting for me. It was a need. It's a high.
Michael, sexual addiction?
Well, I think, when I was sort of looking into it, and the idea that I think the mental sort of health board or official people who decide what is mental illness and what is not don't recognize it as a condition. Yet I think it's something like 24 million people in America alone claim to be suffering from it. And I think, sort of, for me, addiction would mean that you realize that there's a pattern happening, yet you can't break that pattern. And through that pattern, your work is affected, and the relationships in your life are affected by it. And I just thought that that was enough for me to go on, really, with that, and try and sort of understand, as Steve was saying, we can find addiction. I mean, because we have so much information being thrown at us these days, so much choice, we're told that we should be doing so many things, gaining so many sort of material objects, seeing the right people, wearing the right clothes in order to bring happiness. I thought, that there was an awful lot there that seemed real to me, and I could recognize it in the world, sort of, that we all live in. So, yeah, it's kind of that idea that, it's like it can come through gambling, it can be our relationship with food, relationship to sex, as in sort of this case here, or alcohol or drugs. It's kind of the same thing.
Great, another question. Yes, right here.
Michael, also I noticed in hunger, and especially here, you really have to with your character, you really have to mentally and physically expose yourself. How do you go about dealing with that? What's that experience like for you?
The question is to Michael about, in both of Steve McQueen's films, he has to mentally and physically expose himself, and how do you go about preparing yourself for that?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, really. But it's part of the story, and you're just trying to sort of tell the story as best you can, and try not to let sort of Steve down. And so, again, it's just really the same thing with the script. I spend an awful lot of time with the script, and sort of discover things and get to a point where I'm very comfortable with the script, so that when I come on set and we put it on the floor, then I can be relaxed, and I can be sort of awake to what's going on around me, and try not to pre-impose what I'm going to do in the scene or preempt it too much. And but again, it's just the idea of working with the script, and yeah, okay, I have to get my clothes off, so just get on with it, really. Sort of, at the beginning you feel a little bit sort of self-conscious. In the end, I'm just strolling around the apartment naked all the time. So, it's just one of those things, really.
Any other?
Can I just add one thing? Just the question. It's also to do a lot with free will. We all think we've got free will, but we haven't. I wish I was a robot, which we were robots in a way to do what we want to do. I want a six-pack, but that's not going to happen. I mean, I'm like biscuit, whatever. And it's the same thing with what's going on with Brandon, what's going on with Sissy, and that's why, unfortunately we live in not the best of worlds, because we keep on fucking up. Then we think, okay, let's fix it. Then we keep on fucking up, and then let's fix it. So it's kind of, it has a very broad brush, the situation. Very broad brush.
And we have time for one or two more